Shout out to Ray-Bans, the nerd. I'm happy. A lot of people don't make it to this age. Feel me? A lot of people die before the age of 25. Happy birthday to my man Christiano. Feel me? Happy birthday.
Want to give a birthday shout out to Ray-Bans, the nerd, real quick.
Happy birthday.
I just want to say happy birthday to Cristiano. Yes, Cristiano. Everyone has been saying this like crazy nicknames, but for me it's Cristiano. Just want to wish you the best of everything. May God bless you with many more years, but of happiness and joy and success. We met in my freshman year in the cafeteria. I remember that. I think we were like with Ricky and some other friends, and it was really, really fun. It was actually, you were the first person that just said, "Hi, how are you? Come along, sit down," and you were just so welcoming. And when you started speaking Spanish and telling me that you were Colombian, that was really like, what? I was like, yo, you're like that sexy moreno from Colombia, and you were just like laughing, and I will never forget that. You have shown to be a really, really good friend, and I appreciate everything you have done, considering that you have helped me with like Sashafi, which was my senior thesis. It was a big project. I spent so much money on it, and thank you for being a friend and helping me out with like sound, making the ADR sound, mixing the music, along with Ricky. That was amazing, you know, like making the music right there and then. It was a really cool experience. It was completely different, and again, thank you so much. Thank you for using your talent and like just stepping up.
Like my Domino gang, like they've been like up and down with me, like everywhere. Like they've been doing ADRs and video shoots and stuff like that. So like it's a learning experience at the same time. So like to Brianda and Hector, like you guys have really like shown me like new things, and I've been able to expand on my creativity and expand in the sense that that I never had. I think these two are the most like driven people that I have ever met. So like to them, like I thank you and bless you guys.
I'm thinking more of like a writing standpoint, how I'm gonna explain how we met, me and Chris met in college. At first he didn't know I was a producer. I didn't know he was a rapper. We just played pool together, you know. Eventually, I started playing some of my beats through my phone, let him hear it. When I'm making beats, Chris is like the go-to guy for me. Like he's the first guy I send my beats to get that criticism, you know, I need. You know, it's like a right-hand man when it comes to that.
And me and Cristiano met in college. Actually, it was my freshman year. It was his senior year. And he heard me play keys, and from there we like sparked the conversation and everything like that. Like we found like mutual interests. We both rap, both into music heavy, into hip hop heavy. Yeah, ever since we've been close ever since.
I hate when people be like, I'm a producer and my sampling is on point. Like when I'm talking about people being on point, you gotta listen to these people like DJ Tip. That's my boy Jason. Like when it comes to sampling, I think like not a lot of people can touch him. You know what I'm saying? In terms of that, the same thing goes for my homie like Mel, Alexander Black. Like these people are great producers and great like samplers. Like DJ Tip, you know, he's a producer that, you know, goes to beat battles and actually like goes to finals and semifinals, and you know sometimes even wins it. You know, I've seen him start from like scratch to like where he is now. You know, right now he's like doing music for Papoose, you know, and they working together, and you know, so it's like he's making like he's that combination of Just Blaze and like A-rap music combined, and you know, it's just he's a beast in my opinion. Like with that MPD or that MPC, dude's a beast. He has what it takes to like be one of the top producers.
This beat right here.
it comes to originality and when it comes to like, oh man, I don't even want to talk about. You know, I'm gonna talk about him. I'm gonna talk about him because Ricky Belfort, you know, he's a wizard. A wizard. He's a genius. Like for me, like I seen him in his lowest points, and I seen him at his highest points in terms of life and, you know, and his struggles. But I also seen him as a musician rise to like different occasions, and he's always a guy that I always count on, like to listen to beats, to you know, get some mixing tips from and stuff like that. This guy, if you ever heard him spit, like really rap, like he's got bars, he's got metaphors, you know what I'm saying, for days, metaphors for days. And he also got not only does he do like the rapping, but like his composition work and his like arranging and stuff like that is amazing, quite amazing. He does a lot of covers for out there, you know. You go check him out though, like, you know, Ricky Belfort. Just remember that name.
Yeah, I've been going to him for some audio advice, man, because I get stuck on this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So I come to him about, you know, I guess what each hardware does. Like he tells me about like the DA to AD converters, or vice versa. Yeah, he tells me about the, you know, different types of preamps, like the Avalon. There's a place I go to that uses universal audio, so he tells me a little bit about that. Just different things like that.
When me and Christiano met, it was in the downbeat, and we were, I was talking to somebody. I think I was talking to Ricky, and Ricky knew you obviously, but I didn't. And like at first, like I kind of thought, not like you were nosy, but you was just around, and it was like almost like I felt like he was trying to be down, but it wasn't that. It was like he was just being really, really cool. And I didn't really understand it at that point. I was like a freshman, and I just didn't understand what you were doing until like I really started to understand how welcome you was making everybody feel at the table. And it was just, you know, it was a warm feeling. So I think that's how we met. We were pretty cool since then, and you know, we conversate, talk about music, and you know, I think that's the basis of our relationship. We kind of know a lot of the same people, and he's very passionate about his work. So I think, you know, I think that's how we met.
Shout out to my homie Jordan Cleare. Yeah, if you ever heard this guy sing, like, guy's a beast. You know, like he has that talent, like that. He has that talent that's gonna take him very far. And when I say like all these people that are here have a chance to go. All the people that I talked about have a chance to go, you know, places and everything. Some people would like to stay underground, and some people would like to like go across the world. But most of these people, like, they're so talented that their skills gonna get them somewhere. You know, you just gotta keep going, gotta keep trying, gotta go, keep hustling, gotta keep making that music. When it comes to like my life, like I love music and all, but like, you know, everybody's gotta think about family. And family always comes first before anything. So, you know, I'm glad that my parents actually let me follow the dreams that I wanted. You know, I wanted to, like, I love music so much to the point that I went to school for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a music degree for it. You know, because they at first wanted to like, it's really gonna be hard to get into the industry, but you know what I'm saying, if this is what you want to do, we respect it. They stuck around with me and they have really guided me. So like my mom and dad is always like they've always been my supporters, and like they've always been like on the lookout for me, and I appreciate it, you know, because that's what, not everybody has a mom and a dad, you know. Some people might have a mom and their dad is gone, so like, I appreciate them both for being in my life and for guiding me to be the person who I am today, you know, and doing the things I do. My father really, he set out the blueprint for me, because when I graduated, he was like, yo, I could give you two things. You could either have a car, get your license and have a car, or you could I could buy you your first equipment, your first, you know, your digiboard, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, you know, if I really want to go somewhere, I gotta have this stuff, you know, I gotta have it. And my mom has always been supportive. Like, if every single decision I have made, whether good or bad, she's always been, like, she's corrected me in the bad, but she's always been, like, there for me, and I appreciate them both. Shout out to my brother. He always critiques my music, Christiano Renteria. You know, he's not really with me, but sometimes he thinks that's ill, that's horrible, or people, I don't like it, but he's always there to give me an honest opinion, and that's why I respect for my bro, you know. I respect him a lot for my bro. Shout out to my, I don't want to get too sad, because recently my cousin, you know, he was battling with cancer, and this is the guy where he was the most supporter of my music. Like, he's like, oh, you rap? I didn't know you rap. Or I didn't know you did this and that. And I used to show him, I showed him, I used to send him music and stuff like that. And he recently passed away with his battle with pancreas cancer. So to my cousin, that rest in peace. I mean, God bless you for being there, you know, this whole time. And I hope you're looking down and you're seeing like the progress that I have made and stuff like that. Shout out to the people that actually shouted me out today on my birthday, and I really appreciate it, you know, because this video right here, I'm gonna look back when I'm 50. Hopefully, if I make it 50, I'm gonna look back and be like, oh, that was me when I was 25, you know, and I was doing my thing, and I was with my people, and hopefully the same people that I'm around with are around when I'm 50 or older. I hope everything like turns out really dope, you know, for everyone's futures, you know.
Future's prosperous.